Hello, everybody. Totally not gonna be weird and talk about how your Earthlings here. Hello, hello, hello. How's it
Are
going,
Yes, we're here.
Earthlings
everybody?
are Earthlings eatable?
Or what?
Are Earthlings eatable?
Eh, you say edible. Sorry, I was like eatable.
Yeah,
Oh, I
eatable. It's exaggeration.
I was just genuinely confused for a moment. I'm sorry, my bad.
I think,
That's what
I think
happens
that's.
if you stay away for so long.
Yeah, I stayed away for too long. I gotta relearn the Darwinisms.
Oh my gosh.
Oh goodness. Alright, let's just check that stream sounds alright. Looks okay, and then we're all good to go with the recap. I'm so excited. Today's D&D!
D&D! It's been too fucking long. I'm so hyped. And I'm also so scared because I never know what to expect from you guys. You know,
Which
it's
one even
always fun,
expect
but
the
always,
unexpected?
always chaos.
Yeah, always
You know,
chaos. Always
I
scary for Pickle.
listen. It's because I haven't DM'd in forever. It's just one of those things of like my brain's kind of forgotten the thrill of being surprised as the DM,
the
and so
thrill!
now I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting back into DMing after a hot minute with two of the most chaotic players I've ever had. But
Yeah. Oh, this has been a while
but
since I've done
also I'm
this.
so ready for it.
Anyways.
It's like not riding a bike for a minute and you decide to go ahead and ride like a full-blown motorcycle, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Also, by the way, thank you to my mod Kirby for doing the ping for me. Thank you very much. All right, so
Screw you, Kirby. I was on the point of doing it myself.
everyone does it for me at this fucking point. Jesus Christ! I just have such useful friends. What can I say? Anyway. So, we're back with Ascension. Isn't that right, Pickle?
Absolutely. And so, if you guys are all ready to go, we can get back into a very brief, probably very spotty, but I'll do my best, recap from the last section. And then we're going to move forward into a little 2-week time jump and update where our little party is at.
Yas yas.
Yes! Okay, fuck yeah. Queen Slay. Take down the patriarchy. Let's
Yeah,
go.
take down the
All right.
patriarchy. Yas.
The
All right.
spiders will rise.
Yeah, commit regicide. Let's go.
Murder the kings. Up with the poor. Start
Well,
doing
so-
fucking radical belief out there.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because if you remember correctly, before the siege even took place in Raydance, you guys had originally been on track to kill the king. And you were waiting to see the outcome of your poison conspiracy.
Mhm.
And you were trying to get Chica and hopefully later Prince Lunac, out of the way so they wouldn't be affected by the fallout.
Wait, were we not
Before
going to set
all
up
hell
Prince
broke
Lunac?
loose.
That's a genuine question. Were we not?
No. We
I
were
think
we
you
were gonna
wanted to, but
have
none of you
him
guys were
take
near him.
over. Yeah, we were gonna have him take over, and we were blaming the elf.
Yeah, it's something where you guys
That's
had good
right.
intentions, but you weren't
I
quite
planted
there
the
yet.
poison bottle in his room.
That's right. Oh my god, you're right. That's right. I was like, we're gonna do this,
Yeah.
right, old Joe? And old Joe actively pouring the poison into the pot. Huh? What?
Yeah.
Huh?
And then he went to Roland's old room and he put the poison like near his pillow or some shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I guess
It was
we
honestly
didn't need
really
Lunac
good.
then. My bad. Which in the
But
end
so,
we didn't, by the way.
No, because Raydance, as you now know, is no more. What happened was you guys were in the tavern, the Drunken Knoll, with one of Chica's longtime friends to this when she came to the city, Eddie being the barkeep, and then all hell broke loose. And you guys were able to take care of that encounter. Chica and her Knoll friend retreating away from the city safely. She invited you guys to come to New York and Hold whenever you'd like, as she considers you allies. But then when you walked outside of the tavern, you realized that there was in fact a siege of some sort going on.
Yes.
Just battles and outcry and war everywhere you looked. And so
The place
you
was on fucking
decided
fire,
to
right?
Yeah, we went back in to have lunch.
Yeah, we went to eat lunch, right? At the table.
yeah, you pulled an Avengers and had shawarma at the lunch
I love that
the
it's like
table.
these moments where Pickle goes on. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Pickle, but just like it's just like moments where you're like, yeah, this epic story that we did, and then what Not and Old Joe actually did.
Listen, I love it because it's the exact kind of back and forth that I feel like Deadpool has with the narrator, where like the narrator's like setting up the scene for like Deadpool to have like some kind of crazy like epic hero
moment.
quest going on or whatever. Yeah, and Deadpool's like, hang the fuck on. Did we say we walked past the Mexican restaurant? What the actual I'm starving and like making them go back.
No, like pulls
awesome.
literally pulls the frame back. I know what you're talking like pulls the fucking frame back. No. Chimichanga, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, so first of all, excuse you. Second of all, but so after you guys had a nice little shawarma break, I forget. I honest to goodness forget whose fucking idea this was. One of you guys was like, "Oh yeah, before we leave, let's take a tower from the courtyard." And so you guys made your way, jumping and flipping through the rooftops like Assassin's fucking Creed or some shit, all the way up to the castle courtyard, the heart of the siege, okay, where a lot of battle was going on. There were soldiers fighting like these fey wild-looking creatures, and you guys literally did such a great intimidation check that you not only paused combat long enough for you to get the tower, you got a giant spider that was hanging out on top of it to just go with you, and then you got everyone to leave you alone as you left, walking out the city,
With
death
a tower.
by like yes, just like fucking like some Attack on Titan bullshit with the boulder, where everyone's stopping to just turn and look at you guys as you're slowly thudding your way through town, and the spider's just like on top of the tower.
Yeah.
And so you guys set up a little beginning of a settlement here, you know, just across the water from Raydance, where you guys have decided to oversee your domain of the forest with your new pet spider and your newly kidnapped tower.
I just realized there's no authority in this land that even is alive anymore. That tells us we own this fucking forest. No one alive tells us we own this but us.
Remember, he gave us a piece of paper that says we own it.
That's
We're the
right.
protectors of it. That piece of paper.
Damn you right.
Everything.
So we got the contract.
Damn you
with the
right.
Dead King. That's where that authority comes in. You're like, well, let's hope this holds up in court.
Yeah, it's one of those like bullshit deeds like fucking settlers had when they were settling the Western U.S. I don't know. Anyway,
yeah. You own this, and then like the Indians are like, what?
excuse you, we live here. Not anymore, idiot.
Not anymore, fool. You want a blanket?
Oh my god.
And then Joffrey just starts spinning the blanket.
So
Oh my god.
pretty much we have the little settlement. Old Joe. So we're doing a time skip, and then what are the things that are occurring? So I know Old Joe is gonna make a farm and use trees to build houses, not saving people and trying to help kind of scout the town like areas and helping Old Joe with whatever. Is that all?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I'm saying that's all, as if that's not like a massive thing.
Awakening the animals so that they're not just animals. They've actually got some measure of intelligence. We need an army. We don't need dumb followers.
Exactly. So we'll help Old Joe look around for intelligent squirrels. Like throughout the next 2 weeks. Like I don't know if you guys know this and this reference, but oh my god, there's a specific enemy from this horror movie or horror game. I forget what it might be Evil Within 1 or 2, but it's a puppet, like an actual marionette, which like goes backwards and like crawls up like a crab style towards you. And I imagine not doing that on the trees, grabbing squirrels, being like, are you smart? And yeeting them to the side if they're not smart.
Yep, no, absolutely. And correct me if I'm wrong, I like to imagine that like you had your puppets fleet kind of going with you, like, you know, Shottle and Bella and R kind of like going through the woods kind of thing.
God, it's been a while.
And eventually, yeah. Oh, bitch, they are here and they are queer, all right?
Hell yes.
They are here to fucking help. Yes. And so you were like going through the woods, kind of like chucking an animal to the side, being like, can you talk? No. Can you talk? No. You smart? No. And then eventually, you are kind of like come across a squirrel, and you and your entourage of puppets kind of corner it, and it's just kind of chest heaving. And you notice to the side, R kind of cocks his head a little bit, and the squirrel suddenly makes like overwhelming eye contact with him as it stares into the black, lifeless pits of his puppet eyes before giving a very small nod.
I can
And
imagine because
it's
like
still.
it may not even be talking. It may just be terrified and just like look at R with that squirrel look. Like the scared squirrel meme where like turns around da da da.
No, yeah. Oh my god, you're talking about the kid old 2000s like dramatic chipmunk or
Yes,
whatever.
dramatic
I know
chipmunk.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, the vault of my brain
The vault
has
of
been
memery,
thrust
bro.
open. Holy shit! I think I see my childhood trauma in there. Anyway, but so R gives like a little nod, and the squirrel allows you to approach. And when you kneel down to pick it up, it sees your kind of outstretched hand, and it just kind of jumps into it. And thus, you guys adopt. I'll go ahead and put it back in the chat one more time just to show. A squirrel who will follow you to the ends of the earth as your champion.
No way.
And so, he will command your armies within the forest. He shall protect and oversee your domain. I need to know, what is this squirrel's name? I know we threw around some ideas.
Hold on.
Also,
Chat
if you
has to
notice
see
in the
this.
journal, yes, absolutely.
Discord, here we go. Everyone, look at this. Okay, what do we name them? We have such a
That's
long
up to you.
chat today. I forget what we named them.
We were a little hype. We were
We were a little
just
hyped.
a smidge hype.
About our squirrel
just a
general
dose.
here.
I think it was General Samuel Nutsy.
General Samuel the Nut Eater, right?
There, the one-eyed nut eater.
The one-eyed nut
I don't know
eater.
if
That's
you guys-
right.
The one-eyed nut eater. Oh my god.
Yes.
Wait. Also, someone in your chat said Crazy Dave, and I see you, I hear you, I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, hello, Dr.
I
Braden,
also think that's a
yes.
good submission.
Also a really good idea,
But-
honestly, Crazy Dave.
The
Can we have a
one-eyed
different
nut
squirrel
eater
that's
is
like
also
slightly
very good.
stupid named Crazy Dave?
That's his right-hand command. Hang on.
Yeah, he's like a slightly dumber squirrel with a top hat. I like that.
Oh my god,
So
wait.
we
maybe
have Samuel,
I can come up with a really quick artwork.
we have Samuel and Dave as our general.
Yeah, the general and the commander.
The general and then the fucking squire.
Okay, wait. Wait, I got this. Ready?
Yeah.
Hold your breath.
Okay, let me see. I might
Oh, shit.
bring chat back over to Discord if it's epic. Let me see.
Oh, absolutely. Ready? Another throwback reference.
Yep.
Bam, Crazy Dave.
Oh my god. Y'all
Yep,
know this,
yep,
right?
yep.
Y'all know Over the Hedge, right? Y'all seen Over the Hedge? You
Do
like
you bitches
jazz?
know about Over the Hedge? Oh my god. Sorry, I'm writing down the names really quickly because I literally was like, I have no idea what they're going to name them. And now apparently there's a second squirrel commander
Yep.
named Crazy Dave.
Talk about never going to your plans. We said, nah, there's two now. I like to
Listen,
imagine.
I'm good with this. I'm good with
R grabs, like, it does the nod with Samuel, right? And Samuel like rides up Not's arm and like kind of taps on those wooden like body, kind of like figuring him out. But then like stops real quick and like points into like a tree hole, and then Not just walks over and sees this really dumb little squirrel with like his like left ears all kind of like mangled a little bit. And he like looks up like, ooh, and Not's just like, "Aw, yeah, I'm taking you too," and like grabs him.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. 100% like it was like drooling or something slightly, and it couldn't like figure out how to like crack open the nut to eat it. And you were just like,
banging his
"You're
head into
coming
the
home
nut.
with me." Yeah. You're coming home with me.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I like you.
Yes, 100%.
I imagine Bella
also-
immediately loves him too. Just
Oh, Absolutely. Absolutely. Bella, Crazy Dave honestly has a thing for Bella. It's a little weird, but like it doesn't seem to be like,
That
you know,
kinda-
creepy.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's cute. It's consensual and it's cute. It's just a little bizarre.
It's consensual and therefore it's cute, and only because it's consensual.
Exactly. But so if
So,
you
yes.
look at the documents on Roll20 as well, you'll notice I have given you a blank Squirrel General, now the One-Eyed Nut Eater, character sheet
Oh, you did.
for you guys to do with as you please
Oh.
in building this
Oh,
character.
don't say that.
Yeah, maybe not as we please.
I'll just use the edit sheet directly. I think I'm gonna have a plus 30 squirrel.
A plus
Okay,
30
okay,
squirrel general.
Before you make an Eldritch Squirrel General,
100.
the level cap is 3, you assholes.
Oh, well,
You
fuck.
can't go above level 3.
Damn it. It was at
You guys are level
3-0?
7.
30? Hmm?
You're cute. You think you're cute. No.
I mean, I know I'm hot, but that's besides the point.
Oh my god, I forgot that you guys are incestuous flirts. Not incestuous. Damn it, the wrong word. Wrong word. Redact that.
Incestuous?
I'm gonna.
What?
What? You mean
You know what?
incessant?
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
I'd like to cast protection against good and evil.
Me and Darren are like brothers, but we're not that brotherly. Holy shit.
Oh my god, no. It was complete slip of the tongue. It's like you say like the wrong word in front of a group of
Yeah.
third graders, and they just will not settle down for the next month.
That
You
sounds
say
like
sex
us.
in front of them, and they laugh until for a month straight. Yep.
So basically what you're saying is for the next month, the only spell that old Joe is casting is Bark Skin.
Yep, protection from good and evil. He's like,
Oh
don't
my
touch me.
God.
Not. Don't. After God made that joke, I can't take it.
Oh my god. But so you guys
yeah,
have.
I see his
general.
form.
How's the building of the
Yeah,
village
but-
going?
Let me show you with a little music change and a little scene change. Hang on. I'm
Ooh.
trying to be dramatic. Yeah.
Ooh, the peaceful village.
I would like to take you to the settlement. As it's known colloquially, you have before you two the foundations of your very own village / city / whatever you'd like it to
Oh
be.
fuck yeah!
Hell, it's so new. You guys have been debating a name for the last 2 weeks, just throwing out different ideas, and finally, you guys have come to a resolution to name what has been colloquially referred to as the settlement, to finally make this place a home, a new start for
Yep.
you and all the people you
For
gathered.
everyone.
The name
So
is
It's
Bussy.
called- Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out with the bussies.
with the
Sorry, we won't call it the bussies. We call it.
no,
F around.
listen, it's oh my god, it's a joint effort. Okay, whatever you guys agree on, for better or worse, I will call this town this fucking name. So. Creative
okay.
authority. Abuse this how you will. Do what you will.
Okay. In that case, Griffin, we gotta be a bit
It's
more
Forest One,
responsible
dude.
than fuck around.
Yeah,
with
it's
the
Forest
bussies.
1.
Hmm?
It's Forest
Forest
1.
One?
Remember, we already decided.
It's
Forest 1,
Forest 1.
Forest 2, Forest C.
Well, you guys.
Wait, what about the town though? That's the forest. What are we gonna name the town? Are we naming the town Forest
Yeah.
1 Settlement? Like
Yeah,
the
Forest
blank
1 Settlement.
name of a document?
Exactly.
So, not forgot to
What's
hit
intelligence?
backspace and just hit enter instead and stuck with the name. He didn't right click it and rename it. No, he stuck with the name. It's Forest 1 Settlement Pickle. There you go.
It's forest _1 settlement.
Exactly.
dot PDF.
.pdf.
PDF 367 because the username was already taken.
Yeah, there's been 367 other usernames.
Oh my yeah.
Or 66.
Okay.
my bad.
So, honestly, I'm so good with this. Hang on.
Like, I imagine later on we'll have a name. But for now, like a name that's like fun that we come up with, like it's gonna be something, right? 'Cause, I mean, as I'm sure you guys know, often names are given when like events occur, and I like to imagine Not and Old Joe are like, you know, why we're gonna be gods. Why give it a good name yet? Let it earn its name. What do you think
I like
about
that. I like
Joe?
that.
That
Yeah,
sounds old
I agree
Joey?
with you. Let it earn its name.
Yeah. Hell yes.
Yeah.
So for now
So-
it's Forters, the_force_1_settlement_378.pdf.
Yeah. Some shit like that, right?
Some shit like that for now.
So
It's just up there in the sky when you put skywriting. Isn't that a fucking spell too that like old Joe could learn?
I think you mean it's a spell that old Joe does know.
Does know. Yes! Just above us, as if we are the map marker.
oh my god. It's just it's just you guys have like a Hollywood sign, but it's like stuck right on the top of a mountain kind of thing.
We use what's it called? Light bugs or glow bugs, fireflies, to like make giant spotlights like a Hollywood sign, like Forest 1 Settlement PDF 367.
It looks like one of those old 2006 like flash pages kind of thing that has like the music in the background kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm a crazy frog.
Yeah.
I get you.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
We're just
So-
pulling out the old. We're just looking like boomers today, apparently.
So, as it's known by the locals, which is TF1S. It's very jarring to say, and so people will be like throwing out different nicknames here and there to refer to the Forest 1 settlement, and then they'll be like, it's not the best, but it's gonna earn its name. It'll be good. We'll get it eventually.
The founders are a little eccentric. They refuse to give it a name, so for now it's just a forest settlement.
Exactly. So, and speaking of your little settlement founders,
Yes.
here is how this little piece of land came to build into what it is today. So, as you put down the tower to literally establish your roots on the edge of your new domain, you went back to the very edge of the rivers surrounding Raydance, looking to see if there were any survivors who had made it out of the siege and if there's anybody who would want to come with you.
Yes.
And over the next 2 weeks, it's been a bit of a strange but overall successful process, as several of the refugees from the city did in fact end up staying with you, though majority did leave to move on to other areas of the kingdom, saying they had family or that they, were scared being so close to Raydance. And so while you have a small following at present, you do have a very loyal following. Despite all of your eccentric and otherwise socially averse tendencies, they have adopted and accepted you both without question. And so over the 2 weeks, while you have been focusing on bolstering your efforts a little bit into your new wilderness army, there's been a greater focus on just garnering support and establishing this little settlement that you have. Yeah, I see you. What's your question? Sorry, I got into a little tirade.
I just typed out raise his hand for those who can't see. I am curious. Could we guess how many people we have?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, old Joe, I'm not even a kid. My guess is she's leading this whole thing up to give us 5 people.
No, you said you went back to get a couple of people. You probably get at least 3 groups with either a family or a couple or something. So I'm gonna guess like maybe like 25.
20 to 25 is actually a much more reasonable one. Okay. I'll guess like 15 then. All right, so
12
15
people
and then
with you.
20 to 25. How many?
You got 12 people who are staying at the settlement with you guys.
I was closest. The price is right.
Okay.
I get to go up on stage.
But here's the question: how many animals do we have?
Oh shit! How big's
Oh
your
my
army?
god. Fuck. I did not. Fuck. I did. Of course. always oversight something as DM. I didn't even think about how you guys would ask about how grand your army was.
Well,
Yeah,
we
we
now
have
have a
defend
settlement.
this
How are we
place.
going to defend it?
Yeah, I mean, we have sentient plants and animals. Like, there's a tree. We're basically trying to grow. Oh, pickle. Is there in your world? Is there a way to grow a treant? Because that may be me and Old Joe's next goal is to go find a treant sapling and grow it. So it protects us.
There is 100% a way to grow a treant. It's a little bit of lost knowledge, as most people, as you guys well know at this point, they're a little scared of the wilderness by and large. It's a little bit more sketchily, or more seen as sketchy kind of thing, but the magic 100% exists. It's just a matter of finding it and finding someone to teach it to you.
Perfect.
And
I looked
then
at Old Joe one day. I slapped him.
Yes.
I point to the Narkenhold. I say, we need to see the ally. We need to ask her about planned raise the fucking tree yet. We don't have a name. Do we have a name? Yep. I slap him again. Do we have a name?
We don't.
Oh, I slapped myself. My bad.
The next question, those mountains in the background, would you say that there might be a dragon?
Or a troll?
In the mountain?
I'm looking specifically for a dragon because that might mean dragon eggs, and I'm not looking to tame a dragon. I'd rather just raise one.
How to raise your dragon?
Oh my God, we're getting all the fucking franchises in here. Stardew Valley and How to Train Your Dragon, all kinds of shit. All right, tell you what.
I can do World of Warcraft and start the Horde.
I can only assume Old Joe's farm is doing well, right?
It fucking has to be. I mean, I'm literally cheating with the magic to make sure it works perfectly.
Mother Nature looks at you cheating and puts on the banhammer.
No banhammer. Mother Nature looks at me cheating, and then she's like, shows off a shoulder. I'm like, yeah, you're getting somewhere.
Good job. Pat you on the head.
Oh my God. All right, Old Joe, I'm going to have you do I'm going to make it a general charisma check with advantage because your followers at the settlement, the 12 people who've decided to stay with you permanently, they have also, in like finding ways and resources to start building the foundations of your settlement, they've also, where they can, engaged in information gathering. You know, rumors, goings on, where have the lords gone, that kind of thing.
Wait, do we want Old Joe to do it, or should we have the rogue warlock be the one to handle this information gathering?
I'll do it. It's fine. I'll do this one specifically. But Are you sure you want to do D&D Beyond instead of physical dice? The last time you did that, you rolled a 12 on acrobatics, and you've got a plus 11.
Okay, fine. I'll go get my physical dice. I will be right back. You guys handle that charisma check. Wolfer's gonna be right back. Hold on.
No, you good.
That is a 20.
Oh my God.
Not that 20.
Still, we're starting the session strong. Listen, it's the dice gods. They're rewarding us for finally getting back to this, and they sense the chaos that's brewing. Oh, do you smell that? It's some good shit. It's a good dice roll. It's great.
I see in the chat that Dr. Brain said we need to add plans for the zombies next. We've already got the plans, and we've already got the zombies. I've already got my undead assassin. He's just busy feeding Joffrey.
Oh my God, I forget about his ass sometimes.
Joffrey? Oh.
No.
Also, do you want to see updated Joffrey?
Yes, updated Joffrey. Oh, where's our stone tower, by the way? Is it just because I know it's hard to get art? Is the stone tower where that wooden tower is supposed to be?
I was assuming that we're looking from the stone tower onto the settlement.
Oh, look, we have another wooden tower. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, you know what? I like that a lot better too. Like the stone tower is the epicenter of the settlement.
Yes.
It is the literal cornerstone of your settlement.
Where we live with our pet spider.
Yes. Speaking of, drum roll as I desperately try to pull it up in the Discord super quick.
As Wolford desperately tries to switch over really quick. Where's the Discord?
Alright, ba-bam!
Hold on. I can do the ba-bam in 1 second. Hold on. Ba-bam! There we go. Just delayed ba-bam.
Just the lava bam.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I love him! I love him! I love him! I love him!
Great. Honestly, would die for Joffrey at this point.
I would
die.
I'd kill for Joffrey.
So here's what I like to imagine happened, but of course, as always, correct me if your characters would do differently. I like to imagine that over the 2 weeks of you guys getting Joffrey used to you guys and exposed to you and all that, where his hairs were once kind of patchy, probably from stress or what have you, you guys have managed to help the little fibers on his legs grow into a nice kind of woolly coat kind of thing.
He's like an Arctic
As people
spider.
have come and gone. You what?
He looks like an Arctic spider.
Oh, fuck. I know nothing about spiders. That's cool.
Perfect. That's even better. He's special.
He is special. You know what? Don't let me forget this. Joffrey has advantage on snowy terrain.
Yes!
Did you just say he has advantage on snowy terrain?
That's
Did
awesome.
I fucking stutter?
Did
Did I
I
fucking stutter?
Did she fucking
I
stutter?
was just pointing. I was just pointing out. You just said on snowy terrain. That means he's got advantage on everything on snowy terrain.
Listen, it's his home turf,
Yeah,
you don't know
it's like,
exactly where he came from.
When a ranger
that's
goes through
his
the
origin.
terrain.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we training Joffrey to be a ranger?
A ranger wizard, clearly.
You tell me. You tell me. It's something where at present he's mostly good for being kind of like an animal companion. Yeah, like he
For
can
being
do
a
some
spider.
actions that you guys he can do like he can do some actions that you guys want him to, or like, he can carry stuff on his back because he is a giant fucking spider.
Right.
But it's not like he, it's not like he's like eldritch knowledge kind of like he's not the equivalent of the dynamic that Nott has with his puppets. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't get to command
Not yet.
Joffrey. We have to work with Joffrey.
Exactly. You'll get there with him though.
understand.
He's made great progress under you guys' tender love and care. Your TLC.
In that case, if we can head back to our Ascension, so we have food. So I'm just going back to the map on stream. So, going back to the map, could we actually go to the overworld map real quick?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So,
With all of you guys as doodles, I always forget, and then I look over and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
we're like children.
It's y'all's map. I'm happy to have you guys doodle on it as you like, especially for like stuff like Radiance is on fire. Good way of remembering that it's fallen.
So
We can actually, now that I'm looking at the map, we can conquer Forest 2 on our way to Narkenhold.
I was just gonna say, let's go back through Radiance. I was just gonna say, I love that. Let's go through Radiance, loot whatever we can, head through Forest 2, see if there's any allies in Forest 2, conquer Forest 2, and then head to Njarkenhold. Check out Chica, ask about if she happens to know any treant saplings, or know anyone who does know it. And then on our way back, we kind of like circle around, go by the Sea of the Sea King, and then we go down back around the mountains, go look for that dragon egg.
Honestly, at this point in time, I just feel like Pickle's going to be, there's a tree and sapling all the way where at the elf that you've been spiting the whole campaign.
She's gonna be like, it's in Kryak, like fucking below us.
All the tree magic is over here, you guys. I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
teasing.
You guys gotta go Versha over here. Yeah, with the through the mountains, past the Birth Ghoul, the port, Priya.
Did I mention that Roland's in Versha? That Roland, the guy you tried to frame, is in Versha? The Roland, the guy who talked about the genocide committed against his people, is in Versha?
Yeah.
Like, I just started really like railroading
Yeah.
like that.
You know the
Actually,
guy that you guys
I
tried to
remember
frame?
something else. We don't need to
Oh.
go to the mountains to get the dragon. We can go get the sea dragon that Pickle left for us on the map.
You're
Kiss
right.
my ass. I
Pickle
swear.
did leave us a sea dragon down there, and we did talk about that. We said next pet,
It's
right?
actually there's written next to
That's
next
right.
page.
Next
For
pet and
Forest
Forest
3.
3. So Forest 3 is literally a giant continent-sized sea serpent.
Oh my god. Listen, okay,
Look,
put some
Pickle.
notes. Find a way to put Sea Serpent in game.
You can put an island on a dragon turtle. I'm just saying. So if you get a Leviathan.
Honestly,
my
at this
God.
point in time, just make the sea dragon Jormungandr, and there we go. All gods
Jormungandr,
circled.
yes. Yes. Which has a giant forest in its belly.
This is actually about the Viking Age, and there's going to be invasions from Vikings powered by fucking Odin on the south coast.
Fucking Kratos in the background. Boy!
Luckily, we're not on the south coast. We're in a forest. We don't give a shit about the coast.
You're right.
This is
Screw
true.
the coast. We're in central Midland.
True. You guys are landlocked and protected for now as fuck.
For now.
Well, minus
Honestly,
rivers and
this
shit, but-
entire section in front of Forest 1, we can just cast Blight upon it and have it be difficult terrain all the way to the sea.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
I mean, look, yes, but also as a druid, would you want to taint the lands like that?
This is true. That would be very counter to Old Joe's character, where he likes the woods better than people.
Oh,
No.
that's true. He likes the woods better than people, so that's why he's keeping people away from the woods.
I guess as long as he keeps the plague, if he did do that, I would definitely be like, yo, you got to make sure that infection doesn't reach your woods.
Yeah, no. As soon as the people are gone, they've left, then we can just go and cure it. Druid magic for the wind.
Basically, instead of saying that it's like a permanent trap, Pickle, I think he's trying to suggest it's almost like a terrain trap, where if people are invading us, we change the terrain to like make it harder.
Honestly,
Yeah,
maybe
you
just
know,
hallucinatory
it's hard to
terrain. There we go.
Ah, you know what? Fuck it.
Honestly, why don't you guys do like the British Channel at this point and just cover it with oil and burn that bitch? You
Yeah,
know, just do
burn that
irreparable environmental damage.
No, you can't do
Druids.
that. The oil is going to damage the
Or let's
sea.
put
There's
glass
fish.
in the ocean.
Hey, now you're starting to step on Old Joe's toes.
My bad.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay,
Jokes
sorry.
aside, do you like that old plan, Old Joe? Old plan, Old Joe. Do you like the plan, Old Joe?
Yeah, I like that plan. I think let's go through Raidens. Let's see if there's anybody still running away. Maybe we can find another couple of people to kill because they stole my king kill. I was going to be known as the Kingslayer Druid. Now I'm just known as the God of Druids.
We go through and people are like, they're like, you're not allowed here, mate. Like sharks from the West Side Story style. They start like snapping their fingers. Old Joe just transforms into a werewolf, grabs them by the throat. Where's the person who killed the king? And like, that way. They piss their pants. I can see that.
Coincidentally, one of the things that I can turn into is a dire wolf, so pretty close.
Pretty close.
Or just
my gosh.
giant poisonous snake.
Alright, so in that case, Pickle, we'll do is we'll instruct our people to be defensive. We'll tell the animals to up their guard. We'll tell the forest to be aware and tell Old Joe if anything happens. You know, trees can go with the trees. And then we'll take our stuff. We'll take Geoffrey and we'll leave Samuel, but we'll take Crazy Dave. So we'll leave Samuel in charge, but we'll take Crazy Dave and Geoffrey with us.
All right, cool. So, you guys have Joffrey, Crazy Dave, you got your puppets, and you are leaving the settlement behind.
And because of Joffrey snacks on, we have to take the undead assassin.
And we have to take the cart with the other two dead people who's got spores, just in case Joffrey gets hungry, then I can reanimate them.
Okay, you know, it's been 2 weeks, right? Like, those guys are very rotten, very dead.
Fine, they're skeletons, and therefore they're skeletons. They're not zombies, they're skeletons.
You know what? You guys actually use them as a nutrient for your
They're
farm.
not. If they're
No?
infected with my spores, they stop decaying.
Really?
Oh!
Is that why you did that?
Okay.
Well, shit. Oh, I guess that makes sense
Oh
because
my
mycelium
God.
would dry out, and drying out makes it where you can't get like a mold infection. Oh, fuck. Well, fuck you, I
Exactly.
guess.
Okay, he's
I
about to
think
play
that's how
Last of
Pickle
Us.
feels.
Yeah. Well, no, honestly, I'm just like, you know, mushroom people. I'm getting sweaty palms. You know, Last of Us. I've seen the whole thing. I know I know the stories. I know the lore.
She's about to get gay like Ellie up in here.
Bitch, that's me every day. All right.
The unfortunate thing about it is they only have 1 hit point.
They're literally
Hey.
just cannon fodder.
Literally.
To be fair, that assassin had 1 hit point and still killed 3 of your guards.
True.
True. Very true. Took them the fuck down.
So fucking true. Oh my god, that assassin. Wait, that assassin is like actually for real been a one heart hero this entire time. Yet another early 2000s reference.
Oh my god. He's hanging on the edge of glory, some shit like that.
There we go. So there you go, Dr.
That was a
Brain
rough one.
in chat. There's your Plants versus Zombies. We have zombies and we have plants.
Yeah, we're making our way there. We're making their way there.
Making our way there. Whew.
As you guys are making preparations to leave, there is the father of one of the little families of settlers. Nothing fancy, he barely made it out with his daughter and one of his nephews, and he's been kind of like, not like the leader of like the people who've settled with you, but kind of like a de facto spokesperson, for lack of a better term. Yeah. Like, he's not in charge, but he kind of just exactly. Especially because, like I said, the rest of the settlement, they definitely would follow you to the ends of the earth. They're very grateful for you guys kind of helping get them a chance to start their lives over.
No idea.
But there's still
to cause this in the first place.
Oh yeah, they don't.
Exactly.
The thing that they do not realize is
we were one
the only
step
reason
away
that
from
they're
being
still
the
there.
issue.
Oh, the only reason that they're there is just in case Joffrey gets hungry.
And not needs friends. Don't eat Not's friends. We'll kill other
That's
people.
why there's 12 of them.
You're right. Lots of friends.
See, this just goes to show like how they don't understand you guys' social like quirks. Anytime that comes up with old Joe, they think you're joking about feeding them to Joffrey.
They're like, ha ha ha, why would you protect us then? And he just responds,
Yeah,
you wouldn't want a wolf to eat your cattle, would you?
I'm getting. I'm starting to see I can see old Joe getting infected with vampirism because this is starting to sound a lot like that.
This is starting to turn into
Yeah,
some
you
Curse of Strahd shit here.
Yeah, this is the origin
I'm gonna
story,
be the Dark
guys.
Powers.
This is Strahd as a druid if he never became a hippie, or if he became a hippie. Damn it! If he did become a hippie.
Oh my god, yeah, he's just a vegan vampire.
Vegan vampire. He
But
only
so-
eats like fucking.
No, he's not a
vegetarian
vegan vampire. No, he's not a vegan vampire. He's fine with eating people. He just doesn't eat animals.
No, vegan, which is like, sorry, I meant like, I think we meant more like you eat vegetables and blood.
No, meat as well. Human meat.
Oh yeah, fuck it then. Yeah, fuck it, human meat.
Yeah, not a half orc. I'm a full orc. Me and Joffrey were chowing down on this guy's leg the other day.
Not has to like every now and then just explain why old Joe visits Joffrey for way too long. And like, oh yeah, they're just hanging out training. And then in reality, Not looks over, old Joe's like munching on a corpse, like,
Kentucky
God.
Fried Human.
Oh fuck. Not's like have to always be like, old Joe, please just don't let anyone see this.
Not has enough understanding of social grace to be like, just don't. No one can know, okay? Just no one can know, please.
Well, it's like
They'll ruin
social grace.
everything.
It's almost like downright survival, right? Like they'll think you're gonna eat them.
Yeah. Honestly, with both a very high passive perception and investigation, I don't think anybody will see anything. Don't worry. I'll see them first.
Yeah, you'll hear someone's fart like a mile away, and you'll turn your head at 90 degrees.
Freaking full-on horror movie style, and then he just yeets the corpse into a tree and says, "Oh, yeah, nothing's here."
I just realized, since I'm a druid and can wild shape, I can just turn into a bat. I can cosplay as a vampire.
Cosplay as a vampire. There's something very, very funny about the idea of just being a vampire, cosplaying as one. Because vampires are real in this world. That's like going to Skyrim and looking at Babette and being like, "Why the fuck you short still?"
No, true.
Dude,
Okay,
we're
sorry, I
pulling
was,
out all the old references. God.
Yeah, I got kind of lost in it for a second. I was like, Babette. Oh my god, Babette! Just had it like
It's
had a complete. Yep. You could smell the gears turning. Could smell the oil from the cogs
from a distance.
Yep.
All right. So.
All right, but so sorry.
Yeah, he comes up to us.
Yes. And he goes, "Well, Laird, I just want you to know I'm grateful for you both getting us a new chance to start over here. I know things have been a little unsteady the last couple of weeks, and I'm sorry to see you go, I must say. But I
Not
ask that you
facing
be
away,
cautious.
spins his head like an owl around. Oh, and with telekinesis. I appreciate that. Spins the rest of his body around.
There's still a visible shudder that goes through the man as, he has you experiences your telekinesis. It's something where, like, it's still off-putting to people, but they just kind of shrug it off and they just kind of keep going with it, not really addressing, like, how odd it is for them.
I do offer, as, like, a general, I guess, like, hand out to the people to write down my thoughts instead of telekinesis, if they prefer it.
Oh, that's very considerate. And some have taken you up on that, but this guy, he considered like I said, like kind of like the unofficial spokesperson. He just always kind of barrels forward with whatever's on his mind regarding like the situation with the town and all that.
Valid.
And so he kind of goes, oh right, yes, we'll be sorry to see you go, but if you're going to be off and about, I'd ask that you try to find some more supplies that we can use to build up here. As you know, and as you can see, we got a good thing going here, but I think we could be even bigger given the right connections. And he kind of like looks side to side for a second. He also kind of leans forward a bit. There's also been talk about the lords that were at the Court of Lords festival before it all went down at Rydance. No one's really seen hide or hair of them since. There's been rumors about some of them possibly being the cause of the siege, but otherwise it's just rumors. And you know how people like to talk.
They do it a lot.
Yeah, I do. I can hear you talking now.
I turned to old Joe. Oh, shush. This is what you asked him to do.
Yeah, the command is visibly...
Like, no, I asked him to stay quiet. You wanted him to do this.
Not just rolls his non-existent eyes and looks to this gentleman. Well, I appreciate your assistance, and honestly, this is a valid and very wonderful idea. In fact, going by Raydance, we might even be able to go and procure some supplies from the ruins. Of course, not the burned stuff, but maybe we might be able to find some stuff we can mark for someone to take here. Maybe some animals. Not like just kind of.
I'd advise you stay.
Maybe we can go and take another tower.
Take another tower, exactly.
The man kind of gives a nervous chuckle. The man kind of gives a nervous chuckle. And he's like, I'd advise you stay clear of Raydance for now, if it suits you both. I won't tell you what to do, but we try not to get too close. It's still a dicey situation out there, but from what we can tell, the entire city has become overgrown, and there's a fog that hangs around it like a cloud.
A fog?
It might be best to
Sounds
give
like
it some
I'm going to
distance for a
Raydance.
while.
Sounds... Yeah. Not, once again, just kind of like rolling with whatever the fuck old Joe says. Just kind of keeps looking at the man. It's like, a fog, you say? Well, this is very concerning. I once again, I don't know how many times I really could say this, as it is only the truth. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the help you give. Even if old Joe is a grumpy head today. He hasn't eaten yet. We will...
For a second, old Joe contemplates just, since it's overgrown and it's becoming more natural and jungle-like, maybe we should just transplant the entire city here.
Well, like, have
The man gives a very loud, nervous chuckle. The man goes, that's quite a sense of humor you have there, friend. Check the whole city here, right? That's and he kind of like looks at your face and sees you're not smiling. He's like, oh hell, I don't know that it would fix anything.
Primal savagery just to gain that
extra
ferocious
unnecessary
looking, like,
fucking...
yeah. He just goes like, I'm sure I could pick up at least portions of the walls at a time.
I think his
brick walls are a lot better than wood.
It's more superstitious. And correct me if I'm wrong, sir. I do not mean to speak for you, but I believe it is superstitious. It's more the fact that the town has bad omens, bad vibes, as some of the children nowadays may say. The vibe check is not working.
The man nods affirmingly, and he's like, my daughter talks about the vibe check. I don't know what kind of magic it is, but if you have it, you use it.
Yeah. I think it's called sense motive.
Yeah, he's like, sense motive, heard of that too.
Yes. It's an old 3.5
I tried to
thing
come up with
way back in the day, before the new age of falling. Not falling. My new age of falling. Jesus. The new age.
Back in my day, there were no 3.5. There was just 3. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Just 3 O's.
You had 3 O's. We just had AD&D.
We just had D&D. That was it. First edition, baby.
Oh my god.
Like a grandpa.
He's like,
in a
people
cave.
thought it was wild when we got the planes.
You know, I played D&D during World War One.
Oh my god, he just starts having like flashbacks, and he's rolling a little dice and like a fucking tree fort.
We're
I don't know, that might be too dark.
That might be too dark. A lot, and I love it. Okay, but
oh my gosh.
Either way, I do look at the at old Joe, and I'm like, I think gathering supplies may be better if we get fresher supplies, old Joe. But maybe gathering things that are obviously okay. But I think maybe even though I appreciate your warning, and at the end of the day, as I'm sure you can tell, me and old Joe here are eccentric, and we find that fog interesting.
Yes, it's a bad omen, as you say, and I didn't see much when I was fleeing with my daughter and my nephew there, but, you know, there's talk from the people who last got close to the city, though it wasn't very close to be sure, that they still see remnants of these strange creatures crawling about there. I don't know how active the capital is, or the former capital, and he kind of gives you both like a very serious look, and he has like hands together. He's kind of wringing them nervously. He's like, just be careful, please. It's been quite a minute since we had a good clean slate to start off of, and we'd like to see you come back and keep this going.
Nodding his head. I don't think Not says much other than, I hear you. Turns to old Joe. I think we hear that.
Old Joe nods. I hear it. Let's go to Raidens.
Straight to Raidens then.
He just kind of goes, right, I'll go harvest the potatoes while you're out doing that. Tilly, and he's like calling for like this little girl, that kind of runs over. And of course, because old Joe is a big, scary druid and Not is a very weird eldritch puppet, she loves both of you. And so she gives you both hugs around the legs, being like, bye-bye, bring back a souvenir, bye-bye, see you soon, bye-bye. And she skips over to go back with the man.
I love her. I gotta make sure you're not allowed to eat her.
Protect Tilly at all costs.
Protect Tilly and her sister Millie and their new sister Willie that we kidnapped.
Honestly, I was just about to like cast conjure animals and have a bunch of bunnies go chase her.
The evil bunnies attack her.
Oh my god.
She has like a fear of
Why
bunnies.
evil bunnies? Why evil bunnies? It's supposed to be cute. Why are you turning it evil?
I just imagine Pickle being like, "Oh, bunnies, the evil bunnies from Monty Python."
Yeah, it's just a bunch of killer bunnies. They make one jump and they take off a guy's head.
Oh, but no, cute bunnies. We want the cute bunnies.
Yep, and so she squeals in delight, and she kind of is like running around chasing them. And she notices, hanging off on the edge of the forest, who you turn and you realize that the one-eyed nut eater was coming back on his way to make a report, and he sees the girl, and he kind of has been hiding at the edge of the forest. They make eye contact, and he shoots back for the woods, and she sprints after him, going, "Come here, let me love you!" And they go off into the fog of the shadows of the trees.
Honestly,
yell,
that
"Be careful!"
girl sounds that little girl sounds more like, instead of bunny, she wants like a scorpion or a fucking bear or something for a pet.
That deep
Listen,
voice little
she
girl
saw
over
the
there.
weird shit. she saw the weird shit going on, and she was like, "Fuck superstition, this is great." And so she just enjoys all of the weird counterculture shit,
So
completely unironically.
she was definitely in school, and now she's like, this is a lot better.
Yeah. She used to have
she's
to be
like,
educated. Now she doesn't.
she's like, actually, I find that a homeschool education is a far more useful time for me to focus on what really matters to society, like witchcraft. And, and so
Old Joe offers her an apprenticeship when she's older.
You just make us love this girl more. Like, you just keep making this little girl more of the future general here.
oh yeah, she's gonna like be the she's gonna like have her own platoon of bunnies to man her little army.
We look at her, nod
You know
our
what,
heads, and we go, "Goodbye, future general." And her dad's like, "What?"
Oh yeah, he's just over in the garden, like he's like mumbling about like kids these days. They don't understand that back in my day, you got spat on if you even played first edition. You know, that kind of some boomer shit like that.
Some boomer shit. You know how it be.
Yeah. All right.
God.
But other than that, you guys are free to make your way. I'm guessing, per your plans, you're heading straight to Raydance.
Yeah. Not said that as a joke to try to like alleviate the tension after old Joe immediately goes, "I hear that, Raydance," and then the moment we leave, he's like, "Oh man, so fucking Raydance then."
Old Joe just gives a little nod, a small little grin, like, let's pick up the pace.
We start running.
Okay. Now, before you guys get there, I'm going to do a little random encounter roll, see if anything pops up.
Oh, awesome. Let's go to the map.
I cast Conjure Lightning.
You cast Conjure Lightning?
Whoever the hell is coming, I cast Conjure Lightning.
I cast Dimensional Door and we leave. We conjure lightning and then we leave. Try to follow us.
Wait. Oh my god, that's so good. Hang on. So genuinely, I got a thing that was like an animal encounter. What kind of animal do y'all get? Hang on.
Yeah.
Where's my
All right,
fucking D10?
While you're doing that, here's the plan. If it's an animal that we like,
We take it.
I'll tame it.
Oh. Tame
If it's something we don't,
we kill it?
we're still gonna take it. No, we can still take it. It can defend the forest from the back.
Oh, okay. Okay, so no lightning then door. Okay, so we're not doing the doors then. Got you.
I saw. I didn't even use everything on Guardian of Nature last time I used it. My walking speed increases by 10 feet. My dark vision increases by 120 feet. So I've got 180 feet dark vision. And my weapon damage does an extra D6 force damage.
Oh my god. Old Joe was holding back on you last time, Pickle, to be nice.
Yeah. I just used the strength-based attack rolls with advantage. And being one size bigger.
Alright, Pickle.
Okay, wait. So damage-wise, with you conjuring lightning, can you just go ahead and give me like a straight damage roll kind of thing?
We decided we're not doing that once we heard it was animals.
Right. Sorry. Okay. Oh, no. It's metagame. You said you were going to conjure lightning. You're going to fucking conjure lightning.
Well, you didn't even say
you heard a rustle.
Why would we conjure lightning at nothing?
Because y'all are paranoid, antisocial people.
Fine, we light part of the forest on fire and feel bad with lightning.
I cast Frostbite on it so that it goes out.
Not just looks at old Joe and then he dimension doors like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. That tree's mad at us.
And then he casts Healing Word as a bonus action on the tree.
So as you freeze and then blast this tree and then go through dimension door, I'm assuming you're just dimension dooring like to like several feet away kind of thing.
Yeah.
Doing your usual fuckery with dimension door.
A few hundred feet, yeah, that's it. Just like I basically run out and we open the door to the animal.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys dimension door to the animal, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yes.
And it's like the old thing of like, you know, you open the door and you look up and your face is directly face to face with a griffin.
Is it?
It stares you down.
Perfect.
It's a griffin.
Oh, could we go to the world map and see where this has occurred?
Yes. Okay. So world map wise, I need to change the music in a second. We'll do that in a second. World map wise, you guys have just crossed over the river and you're on your way to Radiance. You're not quite there yet, but you kind of have just literally set out.
Yeah,
That's
no,
honestly
a Griffin is
perfect.
definitely not peaceful village music.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I'm
it's
working
definitely
on
peaceful
it.
village music. It's definitely peaceful village music. Because now we're going to have a guardian to cover the bridge that crosses between Radiance and the forest.
But I'm scared of the Griffin. That thing could, like, rip
But
me
I
apart.
can't speak with animals. You're made of wood. I can put you back together.
Still gonna hurt, though.
Actually, on that note, cannot die. Isn't he technically immortal?
I mean, I can be burned.
Yeah, but a
like,
griffin's not going to
age-wise.
burn you.
True, but age-wise, cannot die?
I know I think it's at 14th level, then old Joe also stops aging.
Yeah, wait, Pickle.
Oh my god.
Am I immortal? Sorry, not immortal, because technically immortal, I guess, means, like, you can't be killed. Or no, that's invulnerable.
Ageless.
Ageless, there we go. Yeah,
No. Immortal is not killable.
Yeah.
You're ageless.
Exactly. So without the invulnerability, ageless.
I can cast invulnerability on you at 9th level eventually.
And then we become immortal.
Roll a
knowledge check?
Honestly, if this was a different system, I'd say do a luck roll.
Yeah, no kidding, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, because it's, correct me if I'm wrong, But Not doesn't remember a whole lot about his past.
No, he has
and
no...
so, in trying to think about...
story is that he's a puppet made of wood with a soul in it.
Absolutely. So, as far as actually trying to deeply reflect on, like, have I aged? Have I stopped aging? How long have I been like this? Your brain becomes a bit fuzzy, and it's something that you're having to fight to really kind of figure out, to your own surprise, even.
Yeah.
So,
it kind of hurts my head a little
let's do... Oh, yeah.
I like to imagine old Not starts to think about it, ponder it, looks at his hand, sees a phantom, like, phantasmal purple glow of, like, his old hands over his wooden hands. It freaks him out as he tries to remember it. It hurts his head. He takes 2d8 psychic damage, and then he just, like, falls over onto old Joe.
I like that. And your puppets immediately rush you, all except for R, who hangs back and is kind of... he's kind of been walking alongside Joffrey all this time and kind of overseeing him and Crazy Joe. Crazy Dave, damn it. I was so close. But you kind of, like you said, you kind of swoon almost. It's not where, like, you lose consciousness, but you lose your steadiness and stability as you had that brief flicker of a completely different hand overlaying yours. And it completely threw you off to the point that, like, you lost your balance. And you stagger and you rely on Old Joe for support.
Not doesn't say a word, Old Joe.
Old Joe just picks up Not, puts him on his back, starts carrying. He's like, "Don't worry, little buddy, I've got you."
And then after just a few moments, Not just says, "Sorry."
It's all good. You're one of the very few people that I can tolerate.
You're one of the few people I trust, so thank you.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Healing Word on Not.
Okay, as you move to cast, the griffin in front of you both starts, and it rears up as if to begin attacking you, when all of a sudden its eyes widen and bulge slightly, and its head turns sharply towards R, hanging out by Joffrey. As R walks slowly and steadily up to the griffin kind of recoils a little bit, step by step, R making full, for lack of a better word, eye contact, despite his lack of eyes, with the griffin, unwavering, unflinching, just slow step, up to this monster. And the griffin, before R can even get within an arm's reach of it, it kind of huffs, like a kind of snort in indignance, and then it turns and it flies off.
I put my hand out. R, careful. Don't mess with it. don't chase the
Yeah, so you do get 12 hit points back.
I try to regain my footing a little bit as I heal up, and I'm a warforged, so I actually can't be healed by healing. So you do it, and I just kind of stand
Healing
up.
word?
Yeah, I can't be healed by any healing word because I'm warforged.
Fuck. I forgot it doesn't affect constructs.
Yep, I am a construct. I'm fake, bro. I'm as not
You're
human
not
as you
fake,
could
you're a
be.
real boy.
Damn it! Old Joe like slams more healing words into me. Heal, damn you.
Old Joe's gonna just... Actually, in that case, what would I notice that he's not feeling any better?
Yeah, I would try to stand, but I would still be like holding my head. He's like, "Sorry, I costed us that griffin. We could have tamed it. I'm sorry."
I'm just
To your
waiting.
side.
I'm
Oh, go
trying
ahead,
to
sorry.
see if I have my tools. But I cannot remember. Yes, I do. I do have carpenter's tools.
Fuck yes.
I can... Pickle,
Wait,
what do
sorry.
you want me to roll to heal him with carpenter's tools?
Sorry, I have to just stop everything for a second because it hit me like a truck what you're wanting to do. Are you wanting to like Pinocchio ass carve his like wounds back together or something?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking you. Maybe make just a little hole in his head so that the pressure can be relieved. No
Or
more
like
headache.
Oh
wood
my
glue.
God.
Like maybe like on my head the headache is coming from like a splinter, so he wood glues it.
Yeah,
No,
something
no,
like
I
that.
fucking love this. I fucking love this. This is so good. Hang
I
on,
mean,
hang on.
I can do medicine if you'd like to. Or just plain
Oh
wisdom, I
man.
think, is carpenter's tools.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, tell you what. We'll make it a plain wisdom roll because it's something where like he's a puppet, so it's a little harder to be like, okay, well, is this healing? Is this like a, kind of like a wind-up toy? Is this just putting the right cog back in the right place? You don't really know. So you're kind of just doing your best guess, basically. An educated guess. We'll call it that.
Wait, I just realized. So wait, what's like the order of what the fuck just happened? So we go through, we run away from something else, burning the tree. We run into a griffin, not getting ready to fight, looks down at his hands, sees his old hands, has almost passes out. Then old Joe basically has to try to carry Not. We're panicking. Our chases away the griffin somehow.
Intimidates the griffin.
Intimidates the griffin for us to keep us safe, as Not like wasn't able to conjure up the ability to stand for a second, and now we're just like patching him up. Did I
Yeah,
understand
sorry.
correctly?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's something where I think you guys panic fired at the tree, being like, "Oh man, that might be an encounter," and then you guys were like, "No, there's an animal," which was the encounter, and you ran up to it, and then, like you said, like you were getting ready to fight, had a kind of moment with your memory where you're like, "What the fuck's happening?" Steady yourself. Griffin saw you guys hesitating, and when you thought you guys were going to square up, R told it to fuck off.
I would like to, just for clarification of like timeline wise, it's I would like to make sure that it's like I didn't just randomly in the middle, like not didn't like in the middle of the griffin, then suddenly be like, how old am I? It was more of a like he looked down at his hands, saw the other versions of his hands, and then the thought started pervading his mind, which was
Yeah,
like,
it sort of triggered
Exactly.
a thought.
Exactly. And I realized that part was a low-key confused in my head. I didn't realize what part I stated that it was during. So I just want to make sure that it's very clear for like the lore and story that like it wasn't just like he was like, oh, my memory. He was like, oh what the whoa.
Oh yeah, it's one of those like how like with intrusive thoughts sometimes it'll just be like I don't know, like call to the void where like it's like an instinct thing and like it happens and you just kind of try
They
to
pop
brush it
out
off.
of nowhere.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
So,
So with this,
Pickle...
you were like, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I just want to say, so I do believe that a 25 would do the trick, right? I mean, a nat 20 plus 5, I can't roll better than that.
Oh, Fuck off. I swear to God. No. That more than does it. So, with Nod, you kind of are like looking him over. You kind of are doing almost like a little a marionette kind of thing where like you're making sure his arms and legs work properly. You're just kind of like making sure that the wood of his form is treated and is sealed so it's not getting any weather damage. Um, and you do notice that there is like a hint of a scar alongside the underneath of the right side of his jaw, just below his ear. And you kind of take your carpenter tools and you kind of just sand it out to smooth it over, make sure everything's working a-okay. And beyond that, that does seem to stop Knott's momentary his momentary moment. Yeah. I'm really killing it with the fucking descriptions today, aren't I? Jesus Christ.
You said it was like a mark under the jaw that was like a different color?
Yeah, it was a very like...
Yeah, it was almost like a scar, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked at old Joe, 'cause I assume old Joe, you give it kind of a look. I kind of just looked at you like, what's there? I've never seen under my own chin before.
Old Joe describes it to Nonson. It looks like a scar. Something might have been done with sharp fingernails, but this looks more like it was done almost by a blade or an implement at least.
Not looks up at you. You see an eyeball where a left eyeball would be, like a phantasmal eyeball, just right there for a second, as it blinks to you, and like as a face slowly kind of comes phantasmally over Knott's bare features on the left side. He kind of just turns you. You hear almost two voices, Knott and like a really almost like ethereal version of Knott, just kind of like, it looks like a scar, and that's it. And then like it fades away for a second.
Also, he makes a mental note of that. That's not something he's seen, not experienced before.
I didn't know I had a scar. How does wood get scars?
Old Joe looks at Notch like, have you been applying your oil properly?
I mean, yeah, I'm a marionette. This is what I do.
And have you been sanding properly? Let me see your teeth.
I open my mouth. I unhinge my jaw to show it a little bit. To see, open everything.
Old Joe takes off your jawbone and is like, yeah, no, this looks clean.
Yeah, do you think it has anything to do with, how I, became this way?
It might. I think we need to go and see Chica.
Yeah.
We might have to power walk a bit through this forest.
Yeah, let's go talk
skip
to the
some of the
Buddhist
animals, or rather just conquer it quickly.
Yeah, let's go talk to the Buddhist monk person about, coming back to life as someone else. I think she's quite literally the best person. And almost like a panicked voice, not start being like, yeah. Actually, I think you're right. Maybe Chica is a good option, as, you can pretty obviously
calm down. Calm down. It's okay. We'll deal with this together. You've got R, you've got me, and he puts you on the back of Joffrey since he's a giant spider. You've got Joffrey. Let's go.
All right.
Joffrey jitters in delight. Kind of like a little, if you had a tail like a dog, he'd kind of be wagging it.
He goes to pet Joffrey, takes a moment to look at his hands, thinks about how he saw different hands before, and then pets Joffrey, feeling the fur touch his wooden hands, knowing that he's still a marionette. Not just nods his head.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, whenever you touch Joffrey's, thick Arctic spider fur, it's something where it's a sensation of, that you are touching something, but you can't make out the texture of it. In the same way that, if you were touching, Jell-O or something in a cloth bag, that you're touching something that would be gelatinous, but you don't feel the wetness, the slime kind of thing.
You don't feel the edge.
It's like you're wearing a set of gloves. Exactly.
It's kind of
everything's kind of diminished,
and yet feel out the edge of a table.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, trust me, I definitely get that feeling. So not will just like grab Joffrey very tight around the back, maybe even too tight. Has like released it a little bit, and then just nods his head and points forward, continuing your raid dance. Sorry again. Telekinetically, psychically, he'll say to old Joe, "Sorry again about the griffin. I know you were excited to get one."
It's fine. There's always another griffin. I don't see any other knots.
Not would smile if he could.
At that point in time, old Joe rubs a knot in his back muscles.
The backfires.
It's just a bunch of ball and socket joints.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
We continue on after that sweet ass moment.
All right. You continue on, and the remaining day, probably closer to day and a half, if you guys are just kind of taking your time, not really trying to rush towards Ray Dance. It passes completely without other incident. And as you approach the crest of a hill that overlooks Ray Dance, you look down and the sky has become very dark, and the once vibrant city has become eerily, deathly quiet. As you look out and you see, whoops, sorry. I'll just go back to this one. You look out and you see.
Are you secretly running Curse of Strahd?
I was gonna say,
because it looks like Curse of Strahd.
You knew we were gonna come to
It looks like Ravenloft
city, didn't you? You had the awesome art prepared.
Listen, you know me. I love some good fucking drama, so I'm gonna include it where I can.
And at this point in time, Audra says, "Yeah, looks spooky. Let's skip it. Let's go to Versha."
Versha? You mean I thought we were
sorry.
going to Narkenhold? What?
Yeah, in game we are going to Narkenhold and what. But out of game, I'm saying, yeah, since Pickle's got this plan, let's skip it. Let's go to Versha.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I misunderstood in and out of character. My bad. Yeah, out of character. Fuck.
Oh, and I just picked the music too.
Or, since we're here, old Joe doesn't even try to go in the gates. He just picks up the gate and starts walking back to the forest.
Not just laughs, and as he picks up the gate, the gate, I assume, crumbles because it's old as shit now at this point, destroyed. And so old Not will just kind of walk by the crumbles, kind of like laughing at old Joe a little bit, holding his belly.
Old Joe just sighs like, now I'm gonna have to make another door. Ugh, fucking hell, this place. Should have killed the king when we got here.
I almost did. I kind of waggle my finger. You were so close. Almost Regicide old Joe. So close.
He starts mumbling when he get that fucking bunch of useless assassins. I think they're so clever.
As we're walking around, I imagine he kicks a skull of an assassin that's on the ground.
Old Joe starts ranting loudly. He's like, they could have just fucking asked me. They could have just asked me, but no. Let's attempt a coup. Let's attempt a coup. Who the fuck do they think they are?
I love that. Old Joe being pissed as fuck. Like, how dare they? Do they not understand I had the coup planned already?
He's like, I was ready. Put me in, coach.
Exactly. They were trying to get in the city. I'd already fucking poisoned his food.
Yeah, I was in the castle, motherfucker.
He's like, waste of a good plan.
Never gonna get that poison back.
Never getting that poison back. Oh my god.
on that note, he looks over at Not in the middle of his rant like, we need to find something venomous because I need to milk it.
Why not just get a mushroom that is poisonous in of itself?
Because I want something that's gonna kill them, not make them happy.
Chuckling again. Touche. As we walk deeper into the fog, what do we see, Pickle?
Well, first and foremost, I would love you both to roll perception checks with disadvantage, since you guys are kind of bantering and being loud.
This is what we get for fucking off.
I would prefer to use my passive perception.
Yeah, remind me what insane statistic it is again, fucking old Joe.
24.
Yeah, kiss my ass. Roll for perception. You're bantering about. Your attention's elsewhere. You're pissed because you wasted poison.
I had a 16, a pretty average old roll.
Okay, 16.
Perception. Oh, never mind. I only rolled a 12, but I've got +9, so 21.
Yeah, All right, old Joe, kiss my ass. I'm just kidding. I love you.
Hey,
All right, anyway.
and that's why you should have just let me use my passive perception.
Yes, because it's a guaranteed pass that God himself couldn't overcome. Oh my gosh. But so you guys are, like kind of cracking up a little bit, making light of an otherwise kind of like ominous situation because this is not at all the terrain, let alone the weather that you originally saw whenever you first came to Ray Dance 2 weeks ago.
I guess you're
Court of
right.
Woods Festival is so bright and cheery.
We are acting quite
You
cheerful
what?
for some. I said, I guess you're right. We are acting quite cheerful for some pretty fucked scenario, isn't it?
Yep. And it suddenly strikes you both right in the middle of you guys kind of like giggling about, the mushroom thing, that, oh, you're being watched.
Audrey just sighs like, Joffrey, dinner.
Not.
Joffrey.
Will put his arms up, kind of like a don't go forward yet, though. Looking around, do we who do we see is watching us?
With a 16, you're not sure where it's coming from. You just have that overwhelming sense of like the hairs on the back of your neck, if you had hairs on the back of your neck, kind of pricking up. And if anything, you feel almost like a phantom sensation as you reach around to rub your wooden hand on the back of your spine, like you would whenever you, well, we'll not get to that. But it's an instinctive
Coach,
reaction.
put me in. What do I see with a 21?
With a 21, you
I
do
see people
see.
looking down at me from a board. They look like giants.
With Joe, with you with a 21, you do notice that there are a couple of just like very slight off in the distance glints of light that are clearly being reflected off of eyes further into the actual city itself. They don't appear to be moving towards you, but they're just studying at you. You stare at them and they stare back.
Old Joe being a druid, does he recognize, is it reptilian, is it amphibian, is it humanoid?
I think I know what it is. They're corpse munchers. They're ghouls and shit. You don't need a necromancer to raise the undead. Sometimes it's just the undead and like other things come to eat them.
Old Joe just looks at Isaacs like, doesn't know that, I think.
Fair. I can roll with that.
Or just like,
can I do an Arcana check?
The giants angry.
You're right. You know what? You're right. Not honestly, probably wouldn't know that. Can I do an Arcana check for not to like, what the fuck could be around the dead?
What is your Arcana modifier, dude?
+9.
I've only got a +8.
Oh my God! Heaven forbid you only have a +8. All right,
just wait until I level up, then it goes up to a +11.
Okay, so with the Arcana check, go ahead and just give me a straight Arcana roll.
Straight Arcana.
We'll see how it goes. And you're checking for what again? Sorry.
I'm kind of going through because I do agree with Darren. I actually don't think Not would know about corpse munchers or anything inherently. So I would like to, I guess, not like in detail at the very least. So in that case, because the story of Not, he has like very little memory. He was a warlock, and that's why we were discussing the first time. Is that he does have a database of info that he just doesn't understand the context of. And so I'm gonna go through that database, and you tell me if I know anything about things that want to eat the undead, or things that could turn the undead. And then whatever you tell me is all not knows.
Okay, I see.
So I rolled straight, no bonus, right? Just straight the D20 roll?
Yeah,
16.
absolutely. Okay, 16.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's a similar kind of, you feel you reach towards your forehead as you feel a similar kind of like fog that seems to almost come back every time you try to dive a little too deep into your memory. That just hangs around you like a cloud past a certain point,
It feels
past
like
basically
the fog
anything
itself is
before Old
seeping into
Joe.
my head.
Exactly. You can't make out what's outside you and what's within you anymore. But you do realize that you have some knowledge about about the magic that comes with bringing back the dead. You're not familiar with the dead itself, but you do have that, like, almost like a muscle memory in a way of like you've seen magic with that before, you've engaged with it. Hell, maybe you've even practiced with it. I don't know, but it's a very like a very foundational kind of familiarity. And looking at the area where I imagine Old Joe has pointed out to you, like, where we have company. You look out and you get the sense that there's no necromantic magic off of them, but there is something necromantic about them.
All right. Oh, Joe, shall I sneak over?
Old Joe just nods. And, yeah, you can sneak over. I think for now, I think I'm good. Me, Joffrey, Crazy Dave will slowly advance while you're sneaking forward. And if all else fails, burn it with fire.
Okay. I snap my fingers. I point into the fog. I tell R to go scout out with me. I tell Bella to go around it. So wherever it is, instead of going straight beelining in like R, go around it. And I tell Shodel to keep an eye on Old Joe to make sure that I can know where Old Joe is. And then I take my my cloth. I wrap it around me to make myself as dark as I can, because I wear like a dark purple cloth. And I go on all fours, full on like terrifying marionette style, and I critter crawl in there into the fog. And
So you guys are approaching the creature that's staring at you both.
yes, I would like to attempt to stealth by going under the fog with a 19 stealth.
Okay, you're trying to like duck close to the floor so whatever's looking at you can't see you.
Yes, basically I'm trying to go low, and if I can, quick enough that I can like hide behind barrels or other like rocks or stuff as I'm approaching.
Okay, and as I'm sorry, Old Joe, you're wanting to come up slowly on the side with Joffrey and Crazy Dave, right? Or you're just hanging back and keeping them in check?
Yeah, no, we're advancing very slowly.
Yeah, if Not's going 30 feet per 30 to 60 feet, he's going like 10 to 20.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And so you approach, and as you guys are drawing closer and closer to the dark figure that you see hanging in the fog, best as you can tell, you hear the voice of a young child begin to cry, and it's just very pathetic sniffles, like and as you approach, you come across Princess Solana by herself in the middle of the fog.
Oh, that's fucking sus.
Right outside the gates of Raydance.
I'm gonna literally, no shit, I'm not even kidding you, Pickle. I'm gonna pick up a nearby rock, like not hard. I'm just gonna toss it at her. I don't want to hurt her. I just want to see if it goes through her.
Oh
or
my
if it
god.
disrupts the image.
Exactly. This illusion in the fog is not gonna fucking get me, Pickle.
So
That even sounded
go
like
ahead.
a witch's laugh. What are you
Right?
planning?
Whoa.
Listen. You don't know what I'm fucking doing. I also genuinely love the good horror movie sense you guys have of like you see something suspicious and you're like, "Where's the stick? Where's the stick? We're gonna do the poke test, and if it's up with us, we're gonna with it."
Oh wait.
Listen. What?
I have detect magic.
Well,
At
I have
will.
dispel magic.
Yeah, so at will. Let me just detect magic.
Oh fuck! I need to double check something.
Up close, as I'm about to yeet a pebble right to her forehead, I go, wait a minute. I chant a small...
Sort of like Bob the Builder. We can fix this.
Exactly. In fact, I don't even think, because I think it's one of my warlock special traits. I don't have to do a verbal thing. I can just like activate night vision and it's like detect magic vision.
Mage vision.
Mage vision, exactly.
Oh, very fucking cool. Okay, so you put on. Oh god, I gotta think about how I'm gonna describe this, because like mage vision is so cool, but like if I throw out the wrong detail, you guys just might completely kill her. Okay, so with mage vision, I imagine you kind of turn it on like kind of like a film sliding over your eyes, and suddenly you can see like auras, and the world is a little bit more hazy as far as detail, but suddenly you can see like people's auras and colors of magic.
Almost
kind of
like
thing.
thermal.
Exactly. So you turn your gaze to Princess Solana by herself in the very crumbled gates of one of the entrances to Radiance. And you do notice that there seems to be a very purple aura coming off of her.
I'm going to lightly toss, so it's not illusion then. So I don't know if giving myself away would be great. I'm not going to toss the stone at her. I'm going to toss it in front of her as if to get her attention somewhere else. See if she reacts to it.
Now you're coming in with the Last of Us knowledge. Clickers.
Damn right. You never know what that poison that old Joe left did.
Give me a dex check.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, God.
Not the best, just a 16. Not the best.
16, great. It does the job. You toss the stone and it kind of just shy of her right ankle, plops right down with a little, and she starts and she stands up to her feet, and she's like draws a teeny little gold gilded dagger. She's like, "Who's there? Who's there? I don't have anything. I don't have anything left. Please."
Speak on the other side of her. I say, "So you're real."
She immediately whips to the sound of your voice on the other side.
Speaking back on the right side that I am again. You're actually the princess.
She spins around again and she's like, "Hi, I don't know what you're talking about. Please, I just want to go home." And she starts crying.
I just realized this is exactly what Old Knot is built for. Emerging from the fog with his mannequin body looking up at her. Hi, it's us again.
Does old Joe see any of this?
You kind of so with you guys where you were at on the gate, you managed to, because there's been so much rubble that's come down from the gate, from the roots kind of breaking into the rock and breaking it up, kind of thing. You were able to find a very like kind of dilapidated, but good for this kind of purpose path that you carved off to the side through a crumpled guardhouse.
So there's like,
and so you kind of
walls
go ahead, sorry.
all around here, but we just happen to find a little part like right here that's crumbled, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Think like this is like the very top of the castle that you're able to see, and where the forest is and all that, that's just obscuring where the town used to be. But the town structure is still more or less there.
The fog just itself obscures the building tops, almost as if they look like trees.
Exactly.
I see you. But yeah, so I just approach her. I assume that old Joe could probably see me, and probably even hear me a little bit as I say out loud with my telekinesis, not using almost using like projection. I just say, "Hi, it's us again."
She
You may remember
gives like a
us.
small scream, and she drops the dagger as she kind of stumbles back from you, and she's like, "Who? What?
I pick up the
Oh,
dagger, hand her, hold it by the blade, and hand her the handle. You must be safe, ma'am.
She looks at you very suspiciously, and she slowly, with trembling fingers, reaches out to the hilt of the dagger. And when her fingers touch it, she yanks it back with just kind of heaving her chest.
What are you still
Also,
doing?
would like to take a look around to see what's got her so scared.
Probably her dead family.
Goddamn!
You mean lunch meat?
Oh my god!
Goddamn more.
I fucking old Joe's like Burger King? Question
Right?
mark?
Question mark?
Oh my god!
I guess we're back. Guess we're back to Kentucky Fried Humans.
I'll just turn to her and just be like, "Don't worry about old Joe. He's the one that likes your cat a lot."
She doesn't know I'm there yet.
Oh, my bad. Oh no, I sorry. No, I pointed out because I didn't want you to scare her. Sorry, I didn't say that. I don't want you to scare her, so I point you out. Like, don't worry about old Joe. By the way, he's approaching that way. We thought you were a potential foe.
Yeah, so old Joe would look around, and then as he's looking around and he sees that it's the princess, he's like, "Where's Mittens?"
She kind of like rubs at her eyes, trying to like kind of confirm that you guys aren't just some kind of hallucination or, anything like that. And so she kind of rubs, and she's like looking between you two, both very panically, and she's like, Mittens, I don't. My cat?
Yes. Have you not been wary of where your own pet is?
Old Joe gives a frown and looks down at the little girl. I thought we had a deal.
You take care of the cat, we take care of your kingdom.
She immediately kind of like her entire composure changes into just a very tired rage. And she picks herself up to her feet, and she dusts, and she kind of just goes like, "Look around you. What kingdom? What am I supposed to do? I don't even know how to get to any of the other lords. I don't know what's happened here." And she just sweeps her arms very broadly. I don't even know where any of the court is.
Well,
Old Joe just looks at
she's-
her like, there was a coup. You remember the one that we stopped? Yeah, they tried again. This time they succeeded.
because
Fucking
we weren't there.
bastards.
Sorry.
The Princess Solana, she crosses her arms and just kind of gives like a little, like, a very like kind of like ha ha laugh, and she's like, "Well, I suppose you two would know about that, seeing as you were nowhere near here. Where were you when all this happened?"
Well,
Yeah, go ahead, not.
I was it. Well, we were down at the bar. I mean, if you just want the plain, simple truth, madam, we were down at the tavern in the middle of the coup. There was no way for us to get back to the castle. We had to make sure the lords that were us with and around us were safe, as they were also part of the kingdom. We made sure civilians got away, and as many as we could. Then we also made sure the last 2 weeks we've been securing a settlement to make sure anyone who has been left has been safe. Your people that you're supposed to care for. That we went and took care of them as we're supposed to. They are the kingdom.
Nothing like emotionally blackmailing a child.
Yeah, and she does. She kind of like her shoulders sink at every single word you say, and then when she hears you guys talk about the settlement that you guys build, she kind of perks up a bit again. She's like, "My brother, have you seen my brother, Prince Lunik? You saw him. You know what he looks like."
Yes, we know
Pickle,
the
you're
prince.
such an asshole.
We don't know. Oh.
What?
Literally,
I know exactly where you're going
with
with this.
Not legit. Goes what? Like whoa.
Screw you. I know where you're going with this. Screw you.
You don't know shit, motherfucker. You have no idea what I got planned for you bitches.
I just shrug and I say, well, we do know what the prince looks like, but unfortunately, the last thing we spoke to him was in our room. When he let us go to our room. Besides that, we actually had quite fond time with what's that one lord? Tabaxi, Chica, Lady Chica.
Yes, yes. She might know. Yes, okay. And she kind of claps her hands, and she like is kind of walking around side to side, just kind of like looking around for little things. And she takes like a very busted but otherwise still like can hold shit like woven basket. She takes like a little piece of fabric that looks like it could be like for a blanket kind of thing, and she shoves it into the basket. And she looks at you both very seriously, hands on her hips, and she goes, "Right, okay, take me to Chica."
I just lean to old Joe. I'm like, do you think she thinks she's in charge here?
Old Joe just looks down and is like,
You're not a
"Where's the
princess
cat? Where's the cat? And where's your vault?"
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Not just kind of like shrugs, like you're not really a princess anymore. So
Yeah, that's a 25.
what payment?
Oh
do you
my
have for
god.
us?
Yeah, and Joe's. I'm keeping this dice, dude.
These
This dice has been incredible today. I rolled a 3 and a nat 20.
Oh my god. So she like is like, "Payment and she kind of like she's patting down her clothes, and you
We know
guys can
you
tell
don't
off of
have
one look.
anything. We want your vault. That's why we asked. We're not
Old
stupid.
Joe's eyes soften. He remembers a time when he was just a small little orc and he ended up having to eat his sister.
Jesus.
It was difficult
Oh,
growing
Jesus.
up in an orcish tribe, alright? You either were food or got food.
Eat or be eaten. Amen. The creed."
Orcish survival. He ate his sister because his
Yeah.
parents took too long to hunt.
Old
Listen,
Joe's
he was
like,
a big Hoja
let's
guy,
find your
and he took
brother.
me
Let's
to
find your brother. I'm sure we can get you something to eat. Gives a little fanged grin.
Not just like
She
shakes his head to old Joe. Ignore him. He's just being shitty because he doesn't he didn't really like your dad that much, but we're still working for him.
Oh, Joe, I have to know. Are you lying?
I don't know. Do you want to do a deception check?
Bitch, yes I do. Hang on.
Actually,
Let me
actually, she has to do an insight
I was gonna
check.
say that's insight on her, right? Yeah, so you gotta do insight, and then old Joe will tell you what you know.
Yeah, so let me just see. That is 8 plus. Okay, all right. I know the DC. Let's hear what she knows. Do you even have a stat block for her?
Oh, I do. Don't fucking test me.
I would
I
think she
have
would,
Oh,
because I think
okay.
she expected us to take her with us.
Now she's being
Bitch,
forced
I
on us like
expect
an
nothing.
escort mission.
You know what? You're right. I know you said you
I
you
expect
wrote nothing
nothing.
guaranteed.
Listen, I had an idea and I'm rolling with it, and the results are pretty delicious so far. 18 on the inside.
Fuck yeah, you beat the 16 DC.
Are you lying?
So she knows that he's lying that he ate his sister. She can definitely pick that up, but they did end up eating a family member. He just didn't give the reasoning for it.
So he may
Okay,
or may
so
not
she
be
sees
joking
you.
about her brother.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
best part. He's like, it's the way it works in an orcish tribe. If you're useless, you're dinner.
So,
And let's just
not
say
thanks
that
to her.
there's not a lot of useless members of my tribe left.
Not looks to
Yeah,
her.
so she's. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I'll say not just looks to her. Looks to old Joe. Sees that there's definitely some social communication going on, and then decides, I don't understand it, and then turns to her and just says, "Look, do you want us to help you or like ignore? We'll find your brother probably. Like we're looking through everywhere. Do you want us to help you get to Chica or not?
So
yeah, pickle that's a 19 on the perception check.
Ooh, nice.
oh, and what are you perceiving? Sorry.
I don't know. You have to tell me. You're the DM.
Bitch, what do you want me to just reveal my secrets to you for a 19? Kiss my ass. You got to tell me at least as a general sense of what you're looking for.
I did. I told you that while they were still walking up and while he's now standing there talking to her, he's just looking around to see what actually has got her so scared. Obviously something,
Oh,
Yeah,
because
he said
she's
that at
not
the
just
beginning.
standing for no reason.
Yeah, to be fair, I forgot he
okay.
said that too.
So,
That's
yeah,
my
no,
lowest
that's
roll today. It's a 10 plus 9, so 19.
Yeah, you're the worst, I swear, with those modifiers. Oh my god. So with a 19, you look around and you can see that there are several overgrown skeletons here and there. There's, you see like the wilted form of a dryad on occasion, a bunch of spider webs everywhere, and several vines with thorns crawling over the rubble. And in some cases, being the only thing holding together some of these dilapidated buildings. But otherwise, there's no like immediate threat.
You just told a druid there's vines crawling on the floor, and you don't think that's a threat. Old Joe's gonna look at
They're not
Knot
moving.
and look at
They're
the
not moving.
princess, and he's just gonna be like, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. Well, Not just looks confused because he was just
Old Joe just
demanding.
points at the vines, and he's like, "No, no, Points
If you
towards the withered dryad corpse, like, "You remember the friend that we had?"
if you have an issue with the vines, I understand, but keep in mind I have a little less concern for it. I would still like that payment from her, even if it takes me and her being me escorting her to the castle's vault. And I gesture to the looming castle, and you wait outside the walls if need be.
Fine, fine. Let me clear the way for you, and he's gonna cast Thunder Wave towards the castle.
Oh wow, okay. So you're just like casting it up the path to the
Sorry,
castle kind of thing?
thunderclap, not thunder wave. So yeah, a burst of thunderous sound. Yeah, essentially. Up to 100 feet away. If there's any creatures within range, they must make a con saving throw.
Okay,
So I don't know if
basically clearing out
there's
the fog
buildings,
for
if they
them
take damage as well.
to be extra and be like that way, that way, that way, and if the vines are alive, I see you, I see you. Okay. Basically precaution.
Oh, okay, you're checking.
This is the Hulk version
Yeah.
of stealth.
Fair. Okay, so with that, and you cast it out 100 feet towards the castle. You like hear the rubble kind of shift a bit as the loud crack resounds in the empty air around you, and you see the foliage that's kind of darting, like the path leading up to the castle here and there, visibly move in the light of the force of the sound that's hit them. But otherwise, everything goes back to stillness.
Okay, perfect. So we move 100 feet, and let's do it again.
I thought you weren't coming with me. I thought you were gonna wait out the wall, dude. I'm just gonna take the girl and walk. I'm not waiting for
So wait, are you guys leaving the castle, or are you guys going further into
No,
Radiance as the town?
I'm going to the castle so that we can
Yeah,
go.
I'm clearing the way in front of them.
Okay, so I guess old Joe's doing that. I'm gonna just take the girl and walk. If he wants to slowly cast a spell every time, we'll just walk past him and go all the way to the castle eventually. And we do gotta start wrapping it up as I have gotta get ready for stream in a bit. But
Yep,
I think this
yeah.
is a
Oh,
good
of
place
course.
to end it. Where if this is where we split up, where old Joe kind of like meanders in Raydance and I go towards the castle, perfect time.
Yeah.
Just gonna fade out as like what's gonna happen next when they split up. Woohoo!
First rule of
Yeah.
D&D, always split the party.
Always split the party.
You have to cover the most ground that way.
That, and you've got a warlock who can do fuckery with Dimension Door with just 500 feet.
True. That dimension door is so OP. It's so good.
Hey, this escort mission is gonna be so easy when I can just throw her into doors.
Then, yeah,
Yeah.
to be fair, how many times a day can you cast Dimension Door?
Twice. Just twice.
That's a good point.
So, yeah, we can cover quite a bit of ground. Just before we sleep, we get an extra 1,000 feet.
Yeah. For fun.
You know, you just get the last one in for the day, and he's like panting. He's like, "All right, let's sleep," and he just falls to the ground.
Basically. I could
Oh my
see
gosh.
that, honestly. I could see that, if I'm being honest.
No, totally. Listen,
I
I'm all
saw
for it.
one. I saw one game where they were doing a
Here, real quick, before we
blood
put on
magic as well.
more upbeat.
So they
music
drained
real
hit
quick.
points for spell slots. And literally ended the game on 1 hit point because he kept casting Dimension Door.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh my god.
Okay. Here.
Yeah, in
Pickle,
one
could
day
you
he moved
put
5,000
on,
feet.
the Mystic Force so we can have more upbeat music while we say goodbye to the audience?
Of course, yeah.
Thank
Sorry.
you. No, all good. All right, so we can chit chat in a moment. Let's just say goodbye to everybody. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I've been Wolfer. This has been Thermic. Griffin. This has been the Big Ol' Pickle. We have been your D&D friends, and we may not be doing this next week just because Pickle is going to be studying very hard, but we will be in communication, making sure that's all working. For now, thank you very much for watching, and let's see.
Don't kill the spider.
Yeah, don't kill your spiders
God.
nearby. Be kind,
Yeah.
give lots of love, and I will go raid Small Ant. Alright, everybody, be good, and I'll see y'all later for stream. Bye-bye!
Cheers.